What's up guys, it's Matt10. Hey, I want to do a quick review on what I'm seeing on PES 16. So far, what I noticed right away is I see the defense is active. The lines are moving up. You've got the right players moving into the right banks. They're coming up to meet the forward. What I don't see that still needs work on is the defensive line not stepping up to where it needs to be. They're basically very chaotic defending, especially Germany here. The computer, of course, as we focus everything to be on the computer side. Because if the computer's not playing right, then there's issues all around. And I've had a headache with PES 15 and trying to get things going strategy-wise and everything. But the game looks very smooth, and there's a mess up here. I'm not going to talk too much on the presentation and everything. It's PES. They're using the Fox engine. The replays, I think, look better, look more organic, I guess. But yeah, let's not talk too much about that. I want to talk about the gameplay in particular. So here's the concern. Right away you can dribble, but I know this is probably on a very low difficulty, probably regular, hopefully something. I don't think it's top player. But here if you see right there how the player just moves out of the way, the center back, number 17, just pushes backwards. Why is he pushing so far back when there's nobody running and the attacker has taken on two players and has gotten by them? You know, most of the time as a defender, you have to make a decision. Am I going to go straight to the ball, or am I going to follow the guy? And oftentimes with PES, since PES 14, since they released this Fox engine, they keep following the man constantly. And it's something even FIFA started doing, but FIFA, you have sliders to modify certain things, but PES is a different beast. Here, he's backing up a bit, making some good kind of jockeying moves right there. Defends him face on. Did pretty well for the most part, but I think a little too much space though, to be perfectly honest. But that was okay. But now they need to move that defensive line just a little bit higher. I know in the tactics you can probably set that up as well, but it needs to be just a little bit. And I see that's one thing. I want to see more defending. Kind of like defenders aren't chaotic. They don't sprint all the way right away to a spot. You know, they, or even any player defenders, all 11 players, they don't just defend just spaces so aggressively. Does that make sense? So often do I see in PES is that the defending may seem alive, but it's not. It's chaotic. It's sprinting to certain places and staying there. And as most players who've played the game of soccer, football, however which way you want to call it, it's a gradual movement to the designated spot because you don't overcommit right away. And I think that's something PES has fallen apart with, and their defending is so aggressive that they don't get over there. They get over there too quickly and too aggressively that it almost cancels it out because of the momentum, the foot planning, which is a great effect, but it can be a downfall because it overplays and it puts players wrong-footed at a time. And that's something I see a lot in this video, regardless of difficulty. And so if we look at this play right here, I think this is where he cuts in. And here, he's so far back. They say it's a great goal, but to me, number 5 here just drops way too back, and that's that foot planning. They've overdone it just a bit. He wouldn't be sprinting all the way to the end line here. See, and he wouldn't be stopping there either. He would have gone back and followed his defensive line. I know it's like there's going to be mistakes. I get that, but there's sometimes where it's reoccurring because of an animation overplaying itself. That's what you see, and that was the issue that I have with the way the game's looking. So it's like more positioning again with Konami and PES. The defensive positioning was the problem in PES 14, the problem in PES 15. And I really just hope this is because it's on a very low difficulty. But PES 15 had some pretty parts of it, but there was no intent to defend correctly and no intent to attack correctly. It was just a mess. And here again, just late. I really think it's on a low difficulty, and that's why we're going to see that. So I'm not going to go too much further into that. I'm actually going to jump ahead. So we looked at the match in the rain, which is a good match. I mean, I love that they're using the effects of rain, you know, the slipperiness of the ball. We love to see that. You know, I can't imagine a winter match in the rain, which is so much fun in real life, and then a lot of fun to play. I think FIFA does this incredibly well, especially the snow matches, and then the rain matches are great too. So we look at the defending again here. It looks a little bit better. They're not following their man so intently again, but they're going to make those runs that push them out of position. I get that. This is a nice little build up there. Really weak keeping, honestly. That was a very low quality header. Should have been saved by any top keeper.
Absolutely, yeah. This was a huge thing. So last year we actually brought in my club, which.
But overall, I mean, you get what you get, and so. In terms of the build-up, that was a nice one. They're over-marking again, and they're over-marking spots, and they're also over-marking the man. Defending does not have to be a sprint. It's only a sprint if you know you're beat, and most of the time, defenders aren't beat until they make themselves beat by overcompensating. And this is a better setup because it was a mistake. That's how it should be. That's when the defender should be freaking out. Because because the ball is turned over real quick and now they have to sprint back. It's what wind sprints are. But not every single defensive move, like right here, for instance, he doesn't need to drop back that far. I'll go back. See if I can go back too, all the way. So like right here, it doesn't have to sprint all the way. Look how far he sprints back. It's like he's designated in this little line right here. And then because of the foot plant, because of the momentum it's taking him, he has to go all the way back, right? And then by then he's already passed and they've already set that up. Alive is not the right word here. It's chaotic. And it was the problem with FIFA when it started, FIFA 16 or FIFA 15 in particular. And started in PES 14. If they're building off PES 14, they've got a terrible start to what defending really should be. It needs to be more controlled. The players have to be more within themselves, not chaotic defending like it's going out of style. You know, you can be chaotic and alive by just being there and holding your position, being smart, protecting angles of passes, etc. By not even moving sometimes. Sometimes you just stay in front of somebody and you follow them around. That's how you defend. It's not by assuming where a spot's going to be opening up. And see here again, number 5's overplaying it. 17 backing up a whole bunch, getting back to that line statically. It looks great when you don't. When you're playing the game, I get that. When you're playing the game, it's like, oh, this is a lot of fun. They're defending really well. Their position looks great. But then you look at the little intricacies of how the defending looks, and to me, it's not quite there yet. So that's why this video is called PES 16, not alive but chaotic, because it is chaotic defending. But it's better. It's better than PES 15. I will give you that. I'm not seeing some random Spain type of passes holding onto the ball for hours and hours, along the back. I hope I stop seeing where they dribble in, where the computer dribbles in and looks for that short pass into the box. I hope that goes away. I haven't seen too much of that, but you never know with the final product versus what the demo has. But I do like the movement of the players overall. So, in the end, PES 16 looks better than PES 15. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about with the defending chaotic versus what Bhatti says about being alive. Obviously, we need more fouls, guys. That was only one foul. Let's get more fouls than that. How about that? But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just a little input on PES 16. I'm excited by what I'm seeing. I just want things more alive, like Bhatti says, and less chaotic. So let's see if we can hit 10 likes on this one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Till then, take care and stay tuned.